Drinking Bros. Put down the water and grab a fucking drink.
Oh, Jimmy Long! Jimmy Long!
Jingle bells, Jarred all the way.
Jimmy Long and Santa Claus, the MVPs of
The
Christmas.
two heroes that save Christmas, Jimmy Long and Santa Claus. And Jarred, you've got a special friend on the show tonight. Who is it?
I do. I have our only Canadian friend.
Oh, thank you, guys.
This is Mr. Matt MacDuff.
How's it going, guys? Pleasure to meet you.
Mr. Matt MacDuff
Yes.
is a professional mountain bike rider.
The Loop of
Professional
Doom.
mountain bike rider. Yeah,
the
Loop of
Loop
Doom.
of fucking Doom, which we'll get
Loop.
to.
Yeah. All that cheesy stuff.
I'm amped about it. I'm amped about the Loop of Doom because Jarred said you were coming on the show. I got excited, started watching some of your highlight videos, and then there was a low light video where it cut out mid-air, and then there was a lot of screaming. So we'll get to that. But at first, we got some sponsors that pay for this whole fucking shit wagon to be on the air. Yeah.
You always got to thank the sponsors.
I know it. Look,
we thank him for 9 minutes on this show, man.
Damn.
well, no, it's not.
It's more than I thank mine.
It depends. Sometimes we just go off on tangents about them. The sponsors love it.
It's because we like them.
We love them.
We do have personal relationships with everybody that does sponsor this.
We do, for real. And the first one, look, they don't sponsor extreme athletes like yourself yet, but they should. Look, you might have also made that jump if you had a little Strike Force energy inside of your body.
Damn.
Man.
Yeah,
I never thought about that.
I know. It is the tastiest, tiniest little tin pouch of energy you could ever want inside your mouth, body, and or arms and legs. Kick the can, kids. You don't need a can anymore.
Oh, just kick it. Just keister the can, kids.
Keister the can, dude.
Keister the fucking can, kids.
Keister the
Start
can.
striking it.
Yeah, Strike Force.
Strike Force.
Go to strikeforceenergy.com for all of your energy needs. Look, kids, it goes in waters.
Their owners were on the morning show. What morning show was that?
Fox and Friends. Fox and Friends.
And were you not impressed with what Sean was wearing?
One of the best jackets I've seen on a man ever. Big fan.
He really knew how to dress for Fox and Friends.
Yeah, I don't know where he got it, but I want that jacket. It's a goddamn fine jacket.
The only bone we can pick with him is why didn't he have one of our hats from Drinkin Bros on there? Because that would have pulled it all together, you know.
It would have really tied the room together. It might have been a little disrespectful.
You should give him a hard time for that.
We should.
You can't let stuff like that fly.
No, we can't. But look, Strike Force goes in waters, it goes in liquors, it goes in beers, it goes in coffee. You name it. That's where the energy goes these days, kids. They ship anywhere in the entire world. Dude, the Strodkas. Everybody's drinking Strodkas. There was a huge post online today.
Vodka.
Yep, Strike Force and vodka. That is my personal favorite.
I'm going to Google
Go
that.
to strikeforceenergy.com, type in the promo code Drinkin Bros. You get 20% off of every order. They have a monthly subscription. They ship everywhere in the entire fucking world. And they've got a bottle that pumps out 100 squirts in case you're a junkie like myself.
Hey, Ross, you know what drink I like to add Strike Force to? I like to add Strike Force to my Sullies.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah. Grey Goose and Water, named after Chelsea Sullenberger.
Yeah.
Chesley. I like to add a little Strike Force to my Sullies because you know how picky I am with my Sullies.
Yeah, you gotta lay that down sometimes. You gotta lay that bird down on the water, dude. You're a big Sully fan.
I'm a big Sully fan. I'm a big Sully fan.
A big Sully fan.
Dude, everywhere I go, I order a Sully.
Yeah, man. Look, pick up some Strike Force, some Grey Goose, and what? Make yourself a Sully.
Yeah, tell us about it. Tag us on tag Drinkin Bros on Instagram with you holding up a Sully as an ode to Chesney Sullenberger.
Yeah, and just put hashtag Sully at the end of it.
Hashtag Sully and Strike Force.
We love it. We love it. Next up, we got a little carnivoreclub.co.
Oh, where are they from, Ross?
Oh, they're from Canada. Oh, Canada.
Yeah.
You could probably talk to them in your language, whatever the
Yeah,
fuck it
your
is that
native
comes out
I
of
language.
probably know them.
Your
probably
native
your
tongue.
cousin.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tim. Tim's the president. Do you know Tim?
Yeah. Do you know Tim?
Of course I know Tim.
Yeah, it's Canadians and Mexicans. They're all cousins.
Yeah. you know what Donald Trump calls Canadians here?
What is
Snow Mexicans. Isn't
Yeah, he
it?
calls them snow Mexicans. You guys are snow
Yeah.
Mexicans. You
We
come
already
on over.
started. Yeah. We already started building the wall.
Yes.
Yeah, but it was out of ice blocks, so it's not going to do any good.
Yeah, it's gonna melt pretty soon.
It's
What
gonna
is-
melt, but hey, that's
what is
good for
this,
the
the-
economy. They'll rebuild it. You know,
Fucking kings of the north. Jesus.
he's bringing jobs back, and so is Tim, and so is CarnivoreClub.co. Carnivore Club is a cured meat of the month club that delivers right to your doorstep. Carnivore Club is a great Christmas present, especially for those hard to buy motherfuckers, like those weird like cousins or brothers or like nephews are like, oh hey, you should buy something for my Uncle Jeff. This is the gifts you get him, where it's like, all right, cool. You really went out of your way for this, but it's cheap, but it looks expensive, and it's the best fucking meats on the land. And look, guess what? He's not a goddamn man if he doesn't love meats. Also, the women love it. My lady chops up the salami in my salads for me because I'm on a diet, so I can get fat boy holiday skinny. And you can head on over to CarnivoreClub.co. That's CarnivoreClub.co. Use the promo code MANUP for 15% off. Again, that's CarnivoreClub.co. Use the promo code MANUP and get that 15%
Man
off.
up.
Put it underneath the Christmas tree.
I like to go to bus stations and man up.
Man up. Next up, we got warfightertobacco.com. Yeah, smoke them if you got them. If you don't got them, go smoke them. Look, kids, they're 100% combat veteran owns. One of our little speakers who's always on the show with us, Rocco, he's one of the co-presidents. They're made with the finest.
Co-president.
Well, whatever. What would you call it? A co-owner?
I don't know, but I wonder if Trump's going to have a co-president.
No, come on. He's all the way Trump, dude. He doesn't have a
He's
co-president.
all
Big
the way
Dick Daddy himself.
Yeah, he's fucking doing shit. He might even put me on the cabinet, dude.
And in 2017, U.S. history was made when the first lady ever that people will masturbate to.
Oh, of all time. Well, you had Eleanor Roosevelt and then Melania. That's a close second. It's a real close second. Eleanor Roosevelt, Melania. Speaking of Eleanor Roosevelt and Melania, you know what goes great in the White House? Cigars. Bill Clinton was a big advocate of those. WarfighterTobacco.com cigars are made with Cuban seeds, which are we're now free to trade with, hand rolled in the Dominican Republic. Shipped straight to the United States, right for your fucking mouth. Real men smoke cigars. They don't smoke hookahs. They don't fucking vape. Go to warfightertobacco.com, type in the promo code Drinkin Bros. You get 10% off, and they've got apparel. Big fan of their t-shirts. So grab yourself some Strike Force or some Warfighter Tobacco t-shirts. Love Scott Jansen, the boys. Next, but not new. Jared, you're gonna have to do the horse noise for me. We're talking about At Night She Cries While He Rides His Steed, the first ever romance novel for dudes. Oh, that's terrible. That's a terrible horse noise.
That's an accurate horse noise.
It's a terrible horse noise.
No, that's it's neigh.
It's neigh.
Neigh.
At Night She Cries While He Rides His Steed is the funniest book ever written by the greatest author of all time, Mr. Ross Patterson. We're lucky to have him on the show every day. We're even more lucky that he wrote this book in real life. Pick it up as a stocking stuffer. Your husband will love it for you. Or your bro will love it for you. It's available in bookstores everywhere, Amazon.com and Audible.com, which Daddy does the voice for. Last but not least, we got Black Rifle Coffee. Mr. Jarred Taylor, do your best Evan Hafer impression for us.
You'd have to see me right now.
Is your hand up your ass?
I can see him. I can see him.
Ladies and gentlemen, Black Rifle Coffee is a premium roast-to-order blend
Wow.
of small batch coffee where when you order, we roast it and ship it to you. It comes in a variety of flavors like AK-47 and Silence is Smooth, as well as we have awesome plastic ammo cans with guns and stuff on them. There's tons of shit that you'd love.
He took his shirt off and laid on the table for that one.
Fuck yeah, you did. You have
I
to.
fully Hafer'd that one.
You did fully hate for that one. Look, type in the promo code Drinkin Bros. You get 20% off a Black Rifle coffee, and their apparel is fucking dope. Big fan of their hoodies. J-Dog, we got a special guest tonight, Matt MacDuff.
Yeah, you know what? Though?
All the way from Canada.
Before we get into his story, I mean, let's get into this event that him and I and Evan have spent all week developing.
Yeah,
Let
really.
me-
That's
let me ask
way
you
more
this.
interesting.
How do you guys know each other? Let's start with that. How do you guys know each other?
It's through the Nitro guys. So Nate Wessel and Travis Pastrana had kidnapped me in
Nitro
Vegas
Circus, yeah.
to go to the Nora Cup Awards, which is the BMX and biking awards show that happens once a year.
Yeah, and then Wessel was looking to get into the show. He texted me for some passes, and then some passes for some vets.
Oh yeah. Because what is that bike show called?
Interbike or something. I don't know.
Interbike. So Interbike is like
Apparently,
the
it's
shot.
really big
It's the shot show for biking. So
in America. Yeah.
Okay. Sure.
Yeah. It's a trade show. Yeah, we didn't have passes to get in, so Nate started texting people, and he happened to text Matt, and then we went to his booth where he was at a helmet booth with the helmet that saved his life, which we'll get into that. And then he partied with us all night. He's crazier than shit, and why you know how I like to collect crazy people.
Yeah, I feel like Jared. I feel like Jared. You were the non-athletic extra member of Nitro Circus.
No, that's Crumb.
I feel like you fit in with you are a Nitro Circus member, an honorary Nitro Circus.
Except
In spirit, yeah, for
it's
sure.
just me, Street Bike Tommy, and Crumb that they'll make do all the really heinous shit.
Yeah. You just
that
can't.
hurts
Really bad, and you can't
Like-
do any of it.
Like I met Crumb recently last week, which was awesome because Travis came to Salt Lake and we all went to dinner. So there's a bunch of the guys there: Jeremy, Crumb, Ethan.
Oh boy! And you guys made the most disgusting video I've ever like.
Yeah, that was
Baby bird.
foul.
Baby
I
Bird.
don't easily get offended. But if you go to the if you go
I
to
almost canceled my flight.
yeah. I think, hey, you know what, Jared? Actually, send me that video. I'll put it on the Drinkin Bros podcast Instagram.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'll
they'd
do
love
that.
that. They'd love that.
I'll do that.
Yeah. Send that over to me because I want to explain to the audience what the baby bird is because a lot of people don't know. You play rock, paper, scissors.
Oh God.
It's called Winners Win.
Oh God.
Yeah. You won that one.
Yeah.
So you play rock, paper, scissors to see who goes last in a game of drinking an alcoholic beverage and then spitting it into another man's mouth. The last person that's mouth that gets spit in has to drink the entire fucking thing. You were first in that video.
It's like the game you should play when you're out with your girlfriends and all your girlfriend and all her hot friends. That's when you should play that
Exactly. You don't play that with four dudes.
Well, let me
there
just tell you,
was somebody's gum came out of their mouth. Am I correct, Jared? And went into somebody's.
something. There was a mysterious gum in there.
game. According to the video footage, yeah.
So I've drinking with some of the best. I've raged with Medal of Honor recipients. I've raged with fucking Green Berets and fucking
Yes.
Rangers and you name it. You
Yeah.
name it. Delta
Yes.
Force operators, everything. I've done all the raging.
Yeah.
Raging with Travis Pastrana is a whole nother level.
Yeah. I mean, didn't you say somebody dropped acid at his wedding?
I don't know if we could tell that story.
Wow. We won't go into the story, but yes, after hearing some of the stories, I was like, "Holy shit!"
Well, yeah, that's just one of his associates
look,
or friends. Not him. He doesn't do shit.
no.
like that, but
Of course, not him. But
he is a drinker. Like he gives my hardest military buddies a run for their money because he loves to play these games, and those games result in somebody almost flatlining from alcohol poisoning.
danger,
And that's coming
what they
from
are.
me, who can fucking drink.
yeah. You're not bad.
Dude,
You're not bad. Jared's not bad.
I was up at the Godfrey Entertainment office the other day, and they're like, "Man, you're looking rough." And then one of them goes, "Well, Travis was in town on Thursday." This was like Sunday or Monday. Like
He's just going
they're
around
like,
fucking up the country.
It always takes a few days off your life when he comes in.
Yeah, dude, these endurance athletes. My buddy's got a really great Lance Armstrong story. which we'll get into. Speaking of which, Matt MacDuff, if you don't know him, is a mountain biking world extraordinaire. And how? So let's start by this, Matt. How did you get into the sport? Like,
so
as a kid, were you the first to ride your bike in the neighborhood? What was it?
I don't know, dude. I always had dirt bikes and stuff, and then I had this uncle I always looked up to, and he had a mountain bike, and then I went to visit him, and then hang out, rode his mountain bike, and I was like, yeah, this is for me. None of those dirt bikes,
Yeah,
because you can't ride dirt bikes like where I'm from, because we're from suburban neighborhood. You can't just hop on your dirt bike and go shredding, Everyone's gonna call the cops on you, but you can get on your mountain bike and go ride,
Yeah. So how old were you when you got your first mountain bike?
Dude, I don't know. I was like 15, I believe.
And I'm sure you noticed, Ross.
That's older than I thought.
A majority of his highlight reels are all that urban, crazy, packing a sheet of plywood with you and creating a park setting on a building.
Yeah, but here's the interesting thing to me that I find, and the reason why I always ask is for when guests come on of how old they were when they first started their craft. 15 is a little old to me to be so good at what you do.
Thanks, man. I really appreciate that. I don't know. I just became really natural to it, and I had a lot of really good scene in the neighborhood, a lot of guys that I could look up to, a lot of guys I could learn from, and that was it.
And then it took off. And so did you think to yourself, hey, all right, I'm awesome at this. How do I make this into a living, into taking care of myself? Because that's the next thing. And I'm sure your parents were like, hey, congratulations, dude. Matt, you're rad at this. But how's this going to pay for life?
Man, it's not like that at all. Dude, I used to repair antique clocks.
Really?
Yeah. Dude, I used to sit in an antique clock shop listening to classical music, repairing the finest clocks that run through Canada. I would deal with
that's kind of dope.
Some of my grandfather's clients were own Telus and a bunch of other stuff. So that was my career that I was supposed to do, and this bike thing was kind of for fun, And then as I just got better, the internet was kind of exploding, and sponsors were starting to look at views as something that was worth something, and that's when I started endorsing products, and it kind of turned into a career.
That's awesome. What was your first product that you endorsed? Do you remember?
It had to be, I think, a frame. It was a frame from a company called Doberman that don't exist anymore. They made handmade mountain bike frames.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
okay.
They went out of business.
Well, look, we've had a few of those on Drinkin' Bros. So we know where you've been. We know where you've been on that one. So you're starting to make a little cash. You're starting to get sponsored. Your videos are starting to gain steam. And then what happens next?
Dude, well, I don't know. You when you're following your passion, I don't know. You probably know this. When you follow your passion, you just start to meet all these incredible people, So I was just meeting photographers, videographers, all these dope other athletes.
A good videographer can change your life if you got
totally, dude, totally. Dude, in action sports, it's a lot like music, it was like rappers in the 90s when you needed a good DJ. There's no good artist without a good DJ, So that kind of relationship is totally true today with athletes and their filmers, So I got in with a good filmer, and we've just been filming all sorts of stuff ever since. And yeah, man, you just grow, and you travel more.
But you keep pushing the limits every single time, right?
Yeah, exactly. Because you're out there and you're having fun, and you just naturally get better, and you can just take bigger risks,
Yeah. Which, well, look, that's going to lead us to, what that's going to lead us to.
No, dude, because that's what it is in our game.
The biggest risk of all time, the loop of doom.
That might have been, yeah, but it's all about minimizing the risk. That's what you do. You train, you go out, you practice, and you minimize risk. That's what it's all about.
And that's you know what? That's what I say, and that's what I think. And then I watched your loop of doom video, and I was like, oh, There was no minimizing risk whatsoever. You were
Well, every once in a while,
You just
Every-
went for it.
boy.
dude, every once in a while, a man's got to prove his worth, and he's got to get out there and he says he's going to do something. He's got to show the fucking world that when he says
Well,
that, he's going to fucking do it.
Let's start. Tell Ross where you had to do this and why you had to do it there.
Oh God, Russ. Okay, so basically, we were looking at doing this like a couple different places, and obviously, I wanted to do it at home just in case things went wrong. But the first thing someone said, man, well, you're gonna need some insurance, right? So we started looking into insurance, and it was insane to get insurance for a stunt like this. So
I can't even imagine. I've produced a lot of films, including one starring Mr. Jarred Taylor next to you. A live helicopter on set, just to get those permits and insurance.
Needed a $2 million policy.
The guy asked for a $4 million policy, and then I think because we got the helicopter for free that day, but I believe the insurance for that day was like $19,000. You've got to be somewhere in that ballpark, right, with the crazy shit you're doing.
Totally, man, totally. So we said fuck that, and we packed the whole operation up to South Africa.
Because there's no
They don't
laws
give a fuck,
in South
dude.
Africa. Yeah.
They don't give a single fuck, man. They don't give a fuck. Actually, they do kind of
This motherfucker is in South Africa for a month on a farm building the loop.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
By the way, I've never been there. How is South Africa? Do you like it?
South Africa's a crazy place, man. They have a saying in Africa, it's not for pussies. Dude, it's fucking true. It's really fucking true. Like, dude, if you don't know how to look out for yourself, you don't go to Africa because you might not come back,
Yeah,
especially in South Africa.
Jared, every time we cheers, he always cheers to apartheid for some reason. I'm kidding. But no, Africa's a crazy fucking place.
Yeah, dude, it depends where you go. Like when I go travel, I like to get into it. I like to get in some gnarly situations. I want to experience the culture. I want to experience, what the locals are going through and stuff. If you just go there as a tourist, and you lay low, obviously you won't have any trouble. But if you're traveling like I like to travel, you might get into some sticky situations.
All of a sudden, you owe some Russians some money.
Yeah, I mean, look, you're a good-looking white blonde kid rolling through Africa. Shit's gonna get dangerous where it's you versus the zebra. Like I can imagine you've been in some fucked up situations.
What were in those woods right next to you as you were building this ramp?
Snakes, man. Snakes are the worst out there. They got 3 snakes out there, and one of them's the black mamba, which will chase you. It'll look at you.
The Kobe Bryant. Yep.
It'll fucking chase you down. And then there's another one, which is, I think, a boom slung or something like that. And it's green and hangs out in the woods. And if that bites you, your flesh deteriorates.
Oh, God.
Oh, God.
And then there's another one called puff header. And that one just lays low in the grass and gives no fucks, goes so slow. And if you step on it, it's like a landmine. And they're just fucking everywhere. And they'll bite
holy shit.
You'll die within an hour.
Did anybody get bit in your crew when you guys were building the
No. No one got bit. No one got bit, but I saw loads of these snakes, loads of them.
Oh, God.
They're everywhere.
Not down for that.
Dude, and the baboons, man, you can't leave your shovels out at the jumps because the baboons will come at night and take them and throw them in the woods and fucking do all sorts of shit with them.
What?
Dude, I'm not even lying.
Imagine living in a place like that, Ron. You can't leave your shovels out or the monkeys will come steal them.
Dude, you can't leave the doors open to the machines because the baboons will get in there and just fucking have a party. Shred the interior.
Have a soup kitchen.
Yeah, literally.
It's a baboon soup kitchen and a front end loader.
Just going hard.
Oh, boy.
Spiders, man.
The spider. That was my next question. Everybody talks about the spiders. Are the spiders really as bad as everybody says?
Huge, massive spiders, fucking everywhere, dude. When you go to bed here, you're just like, oh yeah, my bed, and you hop right in it. There, you're like, you got to take 5. You got to pull off your sheets. You got to inspect every inch of the fucking bed. Then you got to inspect the wall because you never know what's there. And most of the time, I'd say about 60% of the time, you find something.
Holy shit.
Dude, we had a filmer, okay, and he dropped this bag in the grass for 30 seconds because we're out in the boonies where we shot this. And,
sure.
He he comes out of the washroom and he's fucking screaming like hell, you know. And he went into his bag. He put his hand in his bag, and there was a scorpion in a pair of his underpants.
Jesus.
And he
No fucking way.
dude, he picked up the underpants, and a scorpion fell out.
Oh boy, that could have been right on the tip of the dick. That would be the worst part,
dude. That would, yeah.
Right
Could
on
you
the
imagine?
tip of the dick. No, I can't. And then you would have had to. Somebody would have had to suck the poison out until you got to the hospital.
That's not a problem.
No. How far was the hospital away from where you guys were building?
Oh, dude, the hospital is about an hour away.
Oh, so you're dead. You're gonna be dead if one of those things gets you. That's not enough time.
Yeah, you know, it depends how you drive. If you could haul ass and you can make it in 45.
Wow, boy, that's a tough call.
Dude, it's gnarly. It's a gnarly place, man.
And right now, your insurance adjuster's laughing at you back in America. Oh, go shoot your fucking video there. Have fun. Have fucking fun.
Actually, no. I actually hooked up with a sick company that does insurance for athletes and stuff.
Yeah, who are they?
Northman Insurance.
Northman.
Yeah, and they do insurance specifically for like action sports athletes.
Weird stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And for normal people too, because now if like you crash your bike, like doing anything have to be half extreme, they won't cover you for shit.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, thanks, Obama.
So lie. So lie.
Yeah.
So say you fell down the stairs.
Exactly. Look, we've all done that before. So let's get to the Loop of Doom itself. How big, how high in the air did it start? Because it looked really fucking high on that video.
Yeah. So we had a roll in which we built for other project, Monster Energy project called Pure Darkness, and it was the tallest roll in the world, and it was 75 feet above the ground.
Holy shit!
But that's the structure. It went into the ground as well a little bit, so we get more roll. But above the ground is 75 feet tall.
So you're looking at more than 7 stories, and then you drop in, and then you go upside down in a loop. How fast are you going on the bike down the ramp?
You're probably around 70 kilometers an hour when you get to the bottom.
For Americans, how fast is that?
I had no idea. Dude.
You're fucking
fast.
Canadians,
Just say fast.
dude.
Just
Yeah,
fast. But
yeah.
it depends. You know, you can go down the ramp a couple ways. If you're tucked because you don't want the air to get you, then you'll go faster. If you want to go slower, you stand up.
So was this your first attempt that you had this historic? We can tell the audience now this fall. Was that your first run down, or did you take a couple test runs down?
Well, no, obviously I took a couple test runs. Like as they were building the loop, I had my filmer, Lewis. He was like filming a bunch of stuff on the side. He was doing like pan shots of me, and I'd like cruise by the loop. And then we kind of imagined like how that would look like going around the loop. I didn't have an access to a speed gun or nothing like that because the project was pretty freestyle and low budget. But probably should have had that now that I think about it.
Holy shit! So what were your thoughts going down the ramp? You go through the loop, you're coming out, and then holy shit! What's the first thing in your mind?
I'm sure I'm sure like your audience and stuff, they understand like at the top of the ramp, it was probably the gnarliest moment of my life. Like I was there and I was really like, I knew that decision that I was going to make to roll down and hit that loop or not was going to determine the rest of my life, you know? And it's a pretty big deal to make a decision like that. And especially when you understand the consequences, because, you know, death was obviously could have been, you know, an easy thing that happened that day.
You got real close. You got real close.
So it was a big thing for me to like first come to terms with being okay with dying, and then being okay with maybe being in a wheelchair, and being okay with my skill on the bike, and just being okay with that, you know. And then once I was okay with that, I chose to roll down, and dude, it was gnarly, man.
Let me ask you this. You go down, you go through the loop, and then you miss. You miss where you're supposed to land, and you go flying. I mean, you were.
So it wasn't a miss. It was he over G'd out. He was going so fast, and that loop, the design of it was to keep him in there.
Right.
He had too many G's, and it threw him out.
Literally, like my legs could barely hold me on the bicycle. Like, since no one's ever done anything like this before, I had a bunch of guys do some math and stuff, and they all kind of came to me with different answers. So the math was like, it was just no one really knew like the proper ballpark for the speed, and I really felt like I could feel the speed of the ramp, you know, and I got in it, and I obviously, as soon as I got in the bottom, I was like, fuck, I'm going too fast. So I just tried to survive. And I felt the G-forces like right away, threw me against the bike. As soon as I got up to the top part of the loop where the radius gets even tighter, it was like insane. No words to describe like the G's I felt. And I got pressed so hard on the handlebars, turned the wheel, and shot me out of the loop.
Holy shit. So when you're flying through the air at that moment, what goes through your mind? Like, holy shit, I'm going to die? Or
yeah, dude, basically like I couldn't believe I fucking did it. Like we were putting some hay bales around, you know, cuz we were like, yeah, you know, maybe you're going to fly out of this thing. And I was like, okay, well, if I'm going to fly out of it, that's probably where I'm going to land. We put some hay bales on the other side. Then the guy was like, hey, should we put some hay bales on that side? And I was like, nah, if I fly out that side, I'm going to fucking die. Like, don't put any hay bales there, you know? so like literally as I peeled off the side of this thing, it took me kind of a second to understand what I had done, you know?
Right.
Like, is this really real? Did you really just pull off the side of this fucking giant massive loop, you know?
Right.
And like obviously I thought, you know, maybe this could be it, and I just let off the bike. I stayed calm, and I saw the ground, and as soon as I saw the ground, I knew I was going to survive. I wasn't sure if I was going to have my legs or not, you know? But
yeah, so
it was fucking gnarly.
Yeah, what ended up happening? Tell the audience. I mean, I read the story online, but what all did you break? It was something crazy, like 10 vertebrae or something. And like,
nah, dude, it was insanely low. Like, I can't believe that this is all I broke, dude. All I broke was I did 10 fractures in my wrist, and I did three.
That's it. 10 fractures in your wrist, and that's insanely low.
Oh, and I did 3 in my ankle. Dude, I fell 40 feet. Dude, people die. People die falling like 6 feet, you know, 10 feet, man.
Yeah.
Dude, 40 is retarded. Like, to survive a slam like that. Dude, every morning I get up, I can't believe it, man. It's insane. Like, dude, it's fucking incredible, man.
But 10, how does one even fracture their wrist 10 times or 10 ways? It seems like you shouldn't have an arm anymore.
Yeah, so basically there's a cup where all your wrist bones sit, and I fucking annihilated that cup, like basically 2 inches up that big bone in your arm, and they had to like fucking piece it together like a puzzle. It was pretty gnarly.
Holy shit!
The leg was broken really bad too as well. They basically just rebuilt my ankle, and they rebuilt my wrist, which is incredible. Like, healthcare these days, man. Like, hats off to those guys. I can't believe it. Like, the stuff they can do.
Were you in South Africa for those surgeries, or did you come back to America for them?
Yeah, dude. So basically it was gnarly. Like, I was on the ground. I was all like, you know, I was so stoked my legs were moving, you know? And they took me to the hospital, and I was just so fucking stoked that I could move my legs. They had me on this back thing because they thought I broke my back. And they took me and they ordered me a full body X-ray, you know? Like, do they X-ray the entire body? Because they thought I was like completely fucked, you know? And then the X-ray lady, she took one look at me, dude, and she was like, no. And she refused to X-ray me. She looked at me and she said, Satan was inside me.
What?
Yeah, dude. She said Satan was inside me. She wouldn't come within like 15 feet of me.
You're kidding me. Did you say, look,
no,
lady,
dude,
I was on a mountain bike. I wasn't on a, you know.
And I had to wait. Like, I had to wait outside for like 45 minutes for a new lady to come in. They had to call a lady from home, and because it was during the evening when I made it to the hospital, and then she finally came and X-rayed me, and then I found out that it was just my wrist and my ankle, and my back wasn't broken.
Holy shit! I mean that is insanity. So how long are you in the hospital for over there?
Dude, I was in the hospital for like 2 weeks. I'm sure it wasn't that bad. Like, they did the surgery on my ankle. They pieced it back together. It was successful. My ankle's going to be fine. And then the doctor told me I need a real doctor for the wrist. He said it was like out of his control. So I flew back, first class flight home to Canada, which was dope. And then I did some research online and found some amazing surgeon and he fixed my wrist up. Now I'm good to go.
Wow, that's crazy.
Wow.
That's
Yeah,
crazy.
dude, it's
That's
amazing.
crazy.
It's
That's
crazy.
a crazy story.
Dude, it's insane. I can't believe it.
How long was it before until you got back on a bike again?
Okay, so it was about 8 months until I started riding again. Like probably about 4 or 5 months till I was riding like commuter bikes around and stuff. But it's been a battle. Like basically I crashed in March and I've just been on the grind, the health grind for 9 months.
Shit. And are you, at this point, are you married? Do you have kids? Do you have any of that stuff?
No, I'm currently single. Just hanging out.
Because
no kids.
and the reason I ask is a wife would absolutely not put up with that. My wife didn't even want me watching two people fuck on the 100th episode, let alone jumping off a fucking 7.5 story building to make a loop on a bike. So yeah, you can do this stuff now when you're single is what I'm saying.
You got to get it out of your system.
Yeah,
man.
yeah, you do. And how old are you? How old are you, Matt?
25 years old.
Oh, fuck. All right, so you got time. You're good. You're good. You're
I'm
good,
man. I'm not stressed.
You're good.
Yeah, you can wait until your 30s, and then when you're a broken man, just find somebody to take care of you. Because let's face it, with what your body's been through, it's going to be a long last 20 years. You know, it's going to be a lot of somebody's going to have to wheel you around. You've had every part of your body repaired at this point.
Totally, but there's other guys like you look at like Matt Hoffman, Travis Pastrana, like those guys are doing great, you know, and they're getting up there, you know.
They are. I'm surprised with. Are you a fan of Matt Hoffman? I'm surprised that he's still able to be normal with the shit that he's gone through.
That guy is such a legend, man.
I know.
It is insane. It is insane.
And to that point, he's such a legend. But like, I remember that Jackass episode. And maybe you do too, Jared, where it was him and Tony Hawk, and they were going down that small loop, just trying to conquer that small loop.
Oh, yeah. Even Tony had said that loops will fucking eat your soul.
Yes. And him and Matt, I know for a fact they spent the entire day just trying to conquer that loop, and they couldn't. They finally did it at the end. But I mean, that was probably 1/8 of the size of yours.
Well, I mean, Matt, you've got a 20-footer just at your house for your fun.
Yeah, well,
and that's twice the size of the one that Matt and Tony Hawk did.
Dude,
Holy
it's just I don't know what I can say, man. It's just something that comes really, really natural. You know, it felt really natural.
But you're
really
the only
great.
one to ever do a loop with a gap.
Nah, not the only one,
Oh, okay.
but I definitely did the biggest one.
So imagine doing a loop, Ross, that has sections taken away.
I can't. Honestly, you might as well just put one roller skate on me and push me through the ghetto. Like there's no, just right in the middle of South Central, just naked. I'm a naked white man on one roller skate.
That's a
I'd
beautiful
be
image.
dead. Yeah,
That's
I'd
a
be
beautiful
dead.
image.
I'd be fucking dead. I couldn't do what you do. It's pretty incredible.
Matt got to meet another one of his legendary legend guys the other day too, out here in Salt Lake.
Oh,
yeah, that was incredible.
Who was that?
Greg Godfrey, and he wants to come on the show too at the end of
Great,
this month.
great
What a legend. What a legend, man. What a legend.
So what's next for you, Matt? What do you got going on? What's your next fucking I know you're building or your mind is working towards something really fucked up. What is it?
You know what, man? I'm just living life really present moment. You know, I got my injuries, I got all that, and I'm just coming out of those. I can't make any decisions yet on my future,
there's
you know
there's
I mean?
no like, you know, every year the X Games now does it like a crazy fucking bike stunt. Have you seen them? Every New Year's Eve they have a crazy bike stunt. One of the guys got really badly hurt last year or the year before. Is there any type of world record or stunt that you want to go through with like ESPN or something like that, where you're like, man, I think I could do this?
Or did the world record thing get taken out of your
Yeah. Did you, that,
I actually saw a world record.
He saw-
Guinness, you got to step it up. It's not that good.
Like he saw the world records hanging on the walls at the Nitro camp, and it's just like that's all those fuckers give you.
That's it. It's a framed piece of paper, isn't it? It's just
Like,
a
I
fucking
think
bullshit
I could-
piece of paper.
Yeah, think I could start my
It's
own.
not even on nice paper. It looks like it looks like it was printed on one of those old printers where there's circles and there's like holes punched in the sides of the paper where it's like nyet, 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 nyet.
Jared gives better gifts. Yeah, he's building a Brosman.
The Brosman trophy.
Oh, the Brosman's gonna be way better. I'd I'd rather go for a Brosman than a Guinness. Like,
hey, I'll tell you what, Matt. If you complete the Loop of Doom, you will win.
Yeah, you'll win the Brosman. You win the Brosman trophy. Yeah,
Wow.
it's like the Heisman, but it's the Brosman trophy.
Yeah.
Jared is building
you
it.
back. We will have you back, and you will receive your Brosman.
Yeah, you will receive your Brosman.
As someone that did the impossible the first time and then went back and said "fuck it" again,
we can get the Guinness World Record and light it on fire. And
yeah, and
the
Guinness World Record is burning at your feet as you hold the Brosman in the air.
Yeah,
and you just set fire to the rain, my man.
Really?
So where are you headed to next after this?
Oh man, it's Christmas time
back
after
to
this.
Canada.
It is. Yeah. You're going back to see your family?
Back to Canada, get some tattoos.
You've got a task once you get back to Montreal, though. You remember what it is. You gotta find our location, our venue for.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say something else. I'm so thankful you
gotta find our venue.
Yeah,
you
of
gotta
course.
find our venue for
Yeah.
Jared and Evan's Tabby Cat Talent Show Beard Growing and Dick Sucking Contest.
Oh, God, that's right. God damn it. So I get a call this week from you and Evan jointly on the phone. I'm in New York. I literally just got out of a business meeting, and you're like, hey, Ross, real serious. Do you have a moment? Yeah, I do. Go ahead, man. I get a quick sec. Great. I want to do Tabby Cat's
Talent Show.
A Tabby Cat talent show, and what is it? Beard growing,
and dick sucking contest for men.
Yeah, for men. But you say it in a completely serious tone, and I just got out of a meeting, and I'm like, all right, cool. But then you were like, no, you don't understand. We're doing all in Canadian accents, and then you proceed to tell the audience, do the accent for me of what you were doing on the phone.
Hey, Evan and I would like to invite you to Jared and Evan's Tabby Cat Talent Show Beard Growing and Dick Sucking Contest. Just make sure that your tabby matches your beard. That's our only rules. That's our only rules, eh?
The tabby has got to match your beard color.
Yeah, and we just want to stress that that myself and Evan will be judging every sucking of the dick at this competition. So we will personally be ensuring that there's proper judgment going on once you get to the final round, eh?
And holding the tabby cat. How's the tabby cat population, Matt, in Canada? Is it strong?
It's strong.
Yeah.
It's strong. You know what? I think around my neighborhood, there's a big market.
I mean, we
were
were all just sitting around, and we all realized we were all three of us were big fans of tabbies.
Yeah, tabbies.
We all had
beard
beards.
growing. Yeah, you all have beards, and you love to suck each other's dicks. Like you're
and
good.
sucking dude dicks off,
Yeah, you're good to go.
It's about getting a full dude suck off in right before you have some pancakes and syrup, right? I like to get a full dude suck off in right before breakfast, eh?
Hey, Matt, I got one more question for you before we get to the drinking bro of the week. All right.
Okay.
He's dying right now.
Molson's. What's the hype? Real or not real? Do you like American craft beer better than Molson's?
Man, personally, I like tequila.
Oh, really? That's weird.
Yeah, tequila is my thing, but beer, as long as it's red, man, I don't care. That the cheap beer, I don't care, man.
All right. So
I'll tell you what.
Molson's no one's really drinking Molson Canadian really anymore. I bet you their stocks are pretty terrible.
they're through the roof.
What's going on is people are really into craft beer and like
same as America.
Breweries.
All right,
and stuff
same
like
as
that.
America.
Yeah.
Same as America.
It's like beer is a really, really big deal, out there.
Every morning since he's been here, we've had sushi for breakfast, and he has said, "Man, it's a good day to be in America."
Yeah. Did you take him to the sushi burrito place?
No, we were getting
Sushi
from
burritos?
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
Yeah. We were getting sushi from a different place. It was Ron's Reclaimed Fish.
Big Tim secondhand fish.
Yeah, Big Tim secondhand fish.
fish.
No,
Yeah.
Jared and Evan send me a video from Sushi Burrito, and I'll be honest, like as much as you guys talk about the place, it sounded disgusting. Then you sent me the video. The fucking thing looks amazing. Is it that good? You got to take Matt to Sushi Burrito if it's that good.
Maybe we could do it
It's
for
amazing.
dinner.
It's amazing.
It is good. So you really liked it.
Yeah.
All right. Sometimes I don't know if you're making videos to be like, dude, you got to have Sushi Burrito. That way when I come, I eat it and instantaneously shit my pants.
Nah, that's Taco Bell.
What? No, stop. That's my heart. That's my love
What?
right there. Yeah.
Ross, come on,
Yeah.
man.
If you cut me
Dude.
open, on the inside is a small, hard, crunchy taco. I love it. I know. I
Wow.
love it. I love it. And
Dude.
and I'll go on record as saying this, man. I'll take it a step further. I've never gotten diarrhea once from a Taco Bell experience ever in my life.
You must be not human.
Boy, I don't know. I grew up on it. I'm OG. Like, you probably didn't have that in Canada. Like, I had it as a kid. I think it's one of those things. Like, it's like Mexican food, and that's like it's like water in Mexico. For the Mexicans, you're not going to shit yourself. Everybody else is going to shit themselves. I grew up on it. I'm an OG diehard Taco Bell fan. And
How often do you have Taco Bell a week?
boy, I would. So let me paint this picture for you. I would say between ages 10 through 32, somewhere in there, probably twice a week.
Wow,
Big fan.
that's incredible.
Big fan
That's
because
incredible.
it was open late. A lot of places aren't.
Don't call him an air conditioner because he's a big fan.
Yeah, big fan. Big fan. So I've
All right,
never
that's
had a
cool,
bad
that's cool.
experience. Yeah, I've never had a bad experience there. But I love it. The real Authentico Mexican though does make me shit my pants. So that's probably I'm
That's
too Americanized to it.
Oh, you know what makes me shit in my pants is fucking shrimp po' boys from a vending machine.
Yeah, you and those shrimp po' boys. Oh boy, it's through a screen door with this one. I shared a Motel 6 with him. He gets a shrimp po' boy out of a vending machine.
Oh, God.
I can't get him off the toilet. I've got to pull the flat screen off the wall and give him something to watch. Because he is shitting through a screen door for 2 hours.
Nah, dude, it's more like a cauldron. It's like one of those. It's like a colander. It's like I'm shitting into a blender and then exiting it out of the blender.
Yeah, it was an apple first and followed by a milkshake is what it was.
So you just earplug is 24/7.
Yeah. It's
yeah. It sounds like you're just dumping mashed potatoes into a toilet from 10 feet up.
all the time.
Yeah, that shrimp po' boy really tore out the inside of Jarred Taylor.
The next time we share a hotel room, I'm gonna fucking just stand on the toilet and
just
drop mashed potatoes. Just
demon
so you can
drop
listen
the
to
loop
it.
of doom. You're gonna loop of doom the toilet. You're gonna loop of doom our own toilet.
Man,
I'm gonna
I
have
feel
to. I'm gonna have to get insurance on the toilet. Just for you to loop a doom.
Who do we gotta call? Who do we gotta call for the toilet insurance?
We got a guy. I got a guy.
Yeah, he's got a guy.
Oh,
I feel bad
all right.
for every toilet.
I know in
Motel
America, every Howard Johnson's in America is going to be ruined. With that, this is the point of the show, Matt. When we get to the Drinkin' Bro of the week, this was submitted by Thomas Raper. Unfortunate last name, but he's got a really. This was a really sad, touching story. He said he wanted to nominate for Drinkin' Bro of the Week Connor Gaddy for Drinkin' Bro of the Week. He was just under 1 year old before spinal muscular atrophy took his life, but he was a tiny little badass. He was tough as nails, even though he wasn't old enough to drink. I truly think he's a genuine badass that will be missed and will have one day been an amazing drinking bro. For that, I would love to give him the Drinkin' Bro of the Week. Absolutely.
He gets it. He gets
Cheers.
it.
He gets it. Cheers, Thomas.
Gets it.
Cheers. And
Cheers.
we're really sorry for your loss. We love you, and we have no doubt he would have been an awesome, awesome fucking drinking bro. For Matt MacDuff, dude, it was a pleasure having you on the show tonight. You're a really fun guy, really inspirational guy, and it was a good time having you on. We appreciate it.
Thanks, dude. It was an honor being on the Drinking Bros podcast.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely.
If you wanna see Matt MacDuff, his Instagram is just MattMacDuff.
Yes, and what about YouTube? Do you have your own YouTube channel, Matt?
No YouTube channel. Just I guess I got a company with a YouTube channel, The Rise. TheRise.com. Check out that YouTube channel.
TheRise.com it is. For Jarred, just an apple and milkshake Taylor. Our special guest, Matt MacDuff, Lupa Doom, and Ross Patterson, the Big Dick Daddy himself. We are out of here. Good night, everyone. We love you.